Okay, so at the Orby Park Hotel in Hemel Hempstead, we've just finished a press conference for the 21st of November. Joshua Goodwin for Goodwin Sports, the Cartel Show. I'm joined by one of Goodwin Promotions, Goodwin Boxing, the latest signings in Adrian Martin. How you doing, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well.
So obviously you was on the 21st of November. We talked about it a little bit in the press conference, and we'll just pick up a bit here. You were scheduled to fight this Saturday on the 7th of November show, but due to a medical issue, we've had to put it back until the 21st. Did you just want to tell a little bit about that and just explain about what's happened?
Yeah, basically I had ADHD as a kid and stuff, and obviously when you do your medical you've got to disclose anything that you've ever had, and this is one of the things that came up because up until a few months ago I was taking medication for it, when I was to help me with an office job I had, and really it was just for things that the issue was just I couldn't work with conventional study, and sitting in an office for 8 hours a day I just wasn't the right thing for me. And I then looked at boxing, and I came off my medication when I stopped my job. I was back on training when I've been working on site, and I guess the board they've called me up on it, and they're having a review about it next week. I guess they just got the boxer's best interests at heart, but you know, I'm just hoping to see that they make the right decision and let me box.
So obviously, has that affected your preparation much? Obviously, due to fight this Saturday on the 7th, obviously, like I say, you're now scheduled to fight on the 21st. Has it been much of an adjustment for you?
No, not particularly. No, it's just giving us an extra few weeks preparation. You know, a few more weeks, a couple more weeks of hard sparring. I've been sparring some real good pros and some top prospects coming up. So it's been it just gives us a bit more time. You know, if anything, it's more rounds in the bank, more jogs, more rounds on the pads, more strength work. You know, it just make me all round that little bit better.
Has it been hard for you to keep mentally strong with this? Obviously, you know, this is things that can happen, come out of the blue sometimes, which can happen in boxing. Has it been hard for you to remain positive and stay upbeat?
I mean, when I first found out, I was gutted. You know, it's one of those devastating things, because it was an issue I had as a kid. That years ago they would just say you have energy, and it's something that I struggled with as a kid, and I've overcome, and boxing's really helped me. So to then be told you can't do it, I understand why. But it is heartbreaking, but I'm optimistic about it, because at the end of the day, I've boxed as an amateur, and I've not had any issues with anything. So I'm guessing this is it's all just trying to get the words out. I can't think of the words.
Oh, the box ticking exercise, yeah, to cover it. But yeah, no, my coach, my management and everything, and all the team Goodwin have been supportive, and really I'm just focusing now on the 21st and keeping everything positive, because I'll get the good news next week and go from there. So obviously you're going to fight around about 11 stone, the super welterweight division, or what was known as the light middleweight division. It's a really good division. Is there any boys in there that you've looked at, and obviously it's a great division you aspire to be?
Well, obviously on the world scene you look at people like Canelo Alvarez and the lads like that, and you look at Tommy Earns when he was at that weight, and Sugar Ray Leonard, and you got all of them boys there. But more locally, the recent Southern Area champion Chris Edgedo is from Brentwood. He used to train at my boxing club. He boxed for Brentwood as an amateur, and I think how far he's come on with his career at that weight, and it gives you motivation to do it yourself, you know.
I mean, speaking of that, obviously Chris Edgedo picked up the Southern Area title on the 17th of October, the Goodwin Promotion show. How important is it for you, Adrian, to be around fighters like that, or to know fighters like that, or to be, as you said, you box at the same amateur club together? How important is that for you to be around those, same champions?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, just like having met these people and having spoken to them, it gives you that, it just spurs you on, because it gives you that drive to get to where they are. You see them do it, and you think, you know what, I'm going to work hard so that I can do it myself. And that's what I aim to do. I aim to get there and go as far as I can with it. I'm not going to put a limit on where I can go.
So obviously you've been saying before in the press conference you've been training for about 14 weeks. Is that standard for you, Adrian? Is that the kind of, is it before you set up and you set your pro debut date, was that 14 weeks kind of the time you wanted? I mean, it seems like a long camp for people that would have listened to it for the first time.
We were looking at the 5th of December for the originally for the debut, but we realised how much time we had, and we just got straight into training. Me and my coach got a bit excited, so we're like, we'll move it as early as we can. And Steve got me on the 7th, and that was perfect. And we used the first 4 weeks of that as just
getting fit, building up a strong base, doing lots of weight training to make sure I was strong. And then from there on out, the 10 weeks after that, we slowly cut out the weight training, brought in more high intensity work, more circuit training, you know, a lot more sparring, because earlier on we were just focusing on technique, because amateurs and the pros are so different, you know. You can't be bouncing, jumping up and down on your toes and hit and run kind of thing in the pro game. It's not like that. It's more spiteful. You've got to sit down, you've got to want to hurt your opponent as much as they want to hurt you, and it's just redesigning how you are as a boxer, and we just worked on that, and it's all sort of come into play. It's just the timing is right, you know.
All right, Adrian, well look, you know, hopefully we get the decision we want next week, and then obviously the 21st we're full steam ahead. If people want to get hold of you, if people want to buy tickets, if people want to follow the Adrian Martin journey, which you've got a great story to tell, how do people get in contact with you, mate? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram?
I'm on Facebook. You can either like my page, Adrian A. Martin, or add me directly on Facebook, Adrian Martin, and then on Twitter it's one Adrian Martin, and on Instagram it's Adrian Martin 1. So if you want to follow, get following.
All right, Adrian, well thank you very much, and hopefully we look forward to your debut on the 21st November.
Thank you very much.